be a completely new car, but the GTR has undergone its most significant revamp since the R35 version debuted in 2009. Given its credentials, there wasn't a whole lot of room for improvement in the performance department. So Nissan engineers instead decided to put the majority of their efforts into the GT qualities of the GTR. But before we get to the practical enhancements, let's touch on the performance updates. The hand-built 3.8-liter twin-turbo V6 has been retuned ever so slightly to put up 565 horsepower and 467 pound-feet of torque, gains of 20 and 4 respectively. A welcome result of the retuning efforts is a wider power band complemented by a more seamless transition to the mid-range. The 6-speed dual-clutch automatic has been refined as well. Transmission engagement from the stop now feels more akin to that of a traditional automatic. The 1-2 shift has been smoothed out considerably, and unlike before, gear changes at low speeds no longer sound like thunderclap. Now, let's see how all this translates to a track environment. At more than 3,900 pounds, the GTR is by no means light, but it hides its weight well, like me. Parts of the front structure have been stiffened to help quicken turn-in, and the steering has been recalibrated for greater straight-line stability and precision. But the steering actually feels a bit softer, almost watered down compared to the previous generation, which is great for highway cruising and driving around town, but not quite as engaging on the racetrack. Nissan claims that virtually all of the aesthetic revisions were aimed at improving airflow to the engine and increasing downforce. Going about 120 miles an hour right now, and yeah, everything feels fine. I'll take their word for it. Another nice touch is that the paddle shifters have been relocated from the column to the steering wheel, so you don't have to take your hands off the steering wheel of your $110,000 GTR during gear changes. No changes were made to the all-wheel drive system or the brakes, but then none were needed. And that's all the track time we have for now, so let's switch back to the street. This is where the GTR has made some huge strides. Ride quality in comfort mode is actually a bit smoother than that of a Porsche 911. And thanks to an acoustically controlled front windshield, noise-canceling microphones, and reduced exhaust drone, the cabin is impressively quiet for this class of car. The newly available titanium exhaust system, which before was only available on Nismo variants, has an electronic baffle built into it, so the GTR still sounds like a proper supercar when you want it to, like now. Yep. The interior as a whole has been elevated into luxury car territory, with high-quality soft-touch materials in all the right places, a cleaner center stack design, and larger touchscreen. It feels a bit weird saying it, but all these changes have transformed the GTR into a legitimate grand tour. And in our opinion, it's more appealing than ever for it.